Why is it on the day of the draft, you or you, Woj, can answer this question, why on the day of the draft are we hearing?
Whoever's picking between now and a certain number is being told, don't do it.
I've been waiting for this.
I'm officially changing the narrative. Look, GMs be hiring their sons, owners hire their kids. Who running the Dallas Cowboys? Who's the president of the Dallas Cowboys, Mo? The Maxine.
Jerry Jones' son.
There you go. Exactly. So what? The Walmart kids is getting the Walmart money, the McDonald's kids is not. Listen, that.
And Paris Hilton is getting what she gets.
Yeah, and the Hiltons is getting what they get.
Chairman Smith, Ranking Member Neal, and members of the committee, I appreciate the opportunity to be here today to discuss how to improve care for the nearly 400,000 children that are living in the foster care system as we speak. While my experience was not through the foster care system, I know from personal experience the harm that is caused by being placed in youth residential treatment facilities.
Yeah, and the Hiltons is getting what they get. That.
Trump is getting what they get.
Yeah.
We'll get to the news about Ivanka Trump facing new questions as she takes an official position in her father's administration as an assistant to the president.
I'm tired of this. That what your pops did for you. One of my comedian's name, he made a great point. That was my point, but he said, well, Magic Johnson, you think he ain't want to play with his son? You think Magic ain't want to play with What? What? You think he ain't want to play with his son?
Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know.
So here we go again. Welcome back to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you guys go and hit that like button if you're not new to the channel and you've been enjoying the content so far on this channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. As you all know, yesterday was a very special day, and not just for LeBron James and his family, but for fathers and sons all over the world.
Less than
Anybody who's ever had a father or a father figure in their life, you know, somebody they grew up playing ball with, somebody they grew up looking up to, somebody that taught them the game, you know, there's a very special bond. I grew up watching my father play basketball and wanted to be on the court when he was on the court. You know, I wanted to run with the big boys. I wanted to run with the grown men, but of course I was too little. And so you sit and watched and you imagined and you dreamed about being on the court with your father at the same time, and him passing you the ball and you passing him the ball. But unfortunately, usually and oftentimes the way it works out, as we all know, father time is undefeated. And so by the time the son comes of age and he comes into his own, the father's usually on the decline, and he's usually somewhat of a shell of himself, at least athletically. And so that's one of the things that makes this situation with LeBron James so unique. Because LeBron is 39 years old and he's still probably one of the most athletic people, not only in the NBA, but in the entire planet. And now he gets a chance to showcase his skills and play alongside his son. He gets a chance to play the game of basketball with his son at the highest level. And it's literally a dream come true. It's a real life Disney movie playing out right before our eyes.
The more and more I think about this is the most fascinating thing that we see in the sports. A father-son combination. You know why? Because I've been around a long time. Y'all been around a long time. You've seen a lot of fathers watch their sons in the NBA, but also played in the NBA. The longevity is just not there in basketball. I mean, I think you average about 3-4 years as a player. So to have a situation to where your son is playing with you in an NBA game, it's not going to be enough for just a documentary. Because this is going to go back to LeBron James in high school and how he rose with the expectations to all the way to different franchises winning, to all the way now your son is in the NBA playing with you on the most storied franchise in NBA history. I mean, I don't know, this might be the greatest story ever told.
And so I absolutely agree with Paul Pierce on this one. This might be one of the greatest sports stories ever. We're talking about one of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever do it in the NBA. And now he gets a chance to play with his son
Being with him, spending a full year with him in the same uniform, that would be the icing on the cake.
Bronny is number one on my fucking list.
I gotta be on the floor with Bronny.
Ooh-wee, I've been waiting for this.
James throws it off the backboard.
And also, by the way, overcame a cardiac arrest this time last year, and now they're both Los Angeles Lakers. You couldn't write a better script. And most people get it, especially fathers and sons. But we do have a handful of people on the other side of the aisle that are saying the only reason why Bronny is in the position that he's in is because of nepotism.
Saying that they earned their spot, Bronny didn't earn his spot, this, that, and the third. I'm officially changing the narrative. Look, GMs be hiring their sons, owners hire their kids. Who running the Dallas Cowboys? Who's the president of the Dallas Cowboys, Mo? The Maxine.
Jerry Jones' son.
There you go. Exactly. I'm changing the narrative. This is mad because that father is LeBron James. So what? The Walmart kids is getting the Walmart money. The McDonald's kids is not the McDonald's, the Ray Kroc. The Crocs is getting the money. Listen, that.
And Paris Hilton is getting what she gets.
Yeah, and the Hiltons is getting what they get. That.
Trump is getting what they get.
That. I'm tired of this. Braun is this. That. What your pops did for you.
And so Kim hit the nail on the head with this one. So what? And sometimes people within the community, they get so caught up in trying to explain things that they have no business explaining. Because when other people are in positions of power and do the same thing, they don't explain nothing. Not a darn thing. And why would they? Because in this life, you get what you deserve. You get what you earn. Not only for yourself, but for your offspring. And if that means you have to take an opportunity away from somebody else to do it and give it to your son, so be it. So be it. That's life. That's how the real world works. And I always talk about how sports is a microcosm of how society works. And this is probably one of the best examples of that.
Basically, I was saying, do you think it's a bad look for Rich Paul to basically tell other teams that he would send Bronny to Australia if they chose him, or you think it's not a big deal?
It's a bad look for James Harden to come to practice fat because he don't want to play with the team. Is it a bad look when Ben Simmons comes to practice with his cell phone in his pocket and it's falling all out of his pocket so he don't have to play with the team? Is it a bad look when Peyton Manning be like, yo, if these niggas is picking me, I'm not going to that team. Fuck that. When he was getting drafted, was that a bad look? If you can use your leverage, use your leverage. Was it a bad look when Anthony Davis said, I'm not playing fourth quarters no more when he played in New Orleans? If you could use your leverage, why not use your leverage? It's just, this has been going on for years and decades and probably centuries. The reason why we're talking about it now is because, when did they get the power to start doing the shit that they doing? We could do that, not the, now they think they could call the shots.
And that's the problem. It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. It's all fine and dandy, you know, when it plays out in corporate America. And when millionaires and billionaires are getting their kids into schools that they have no business being in and they don't belong anywhere near. But the moment a black billionaire in LeBron James decides to seize an opportunity to play a game, of all things, to play a game, a child's game, alongside his son, his all-American son, to be able to play in the NBA with his son, the moment he does that, they cry foul. Because let's be clear, it's not the act that offends people. It's the actors that offends. And I'm gonna go ahead and land with that one. And make sure you guys go ahead and chime in below and let me know your thoughts on this one. And make sure you guys hit that like button before you guys step out as well. And as usual, peace and chaos.